That's the wrong footage. Till we get to the race itself. Here it is, overlaid on the screen. Those DRS zones are going to be very important for those chasing, and ERS management as well, I'd imagine, tonight. But yeah, it's going to be tricky, I think, for some of these guys if they get their braking markers wrong, because it's just concrete.
Yeah, that's right. And like you were saying there, the ERS, that's going to be an interesting one with all the big straights. I think ERS will be at a premium on this track.
Oh, it will be.
How they manage that, because you'll be so keen to use it to get into the draft or to break the draft of the guy behind you, that if you get too greedy, you could find yourself completely defenseless.
Well, BP got the top spot for the qualifying. Hawks there in second place. This is the predicted pit stop strategy tonight. 2 stoppers, soft to soft or a medium to soft. Looks like the top 10 have all chosen that medium to start off with. Doesn't look like the soft would last very long here. But yeah, the only ones going differently are more Major Dan and HRT choosing the hard tire, so it doesn't even like any of the soft compounds, interestingly.
Well, it did. Q2 started off dry and then transitioned into wet, and I think it actually started raining quite early in the session. So I think that a lot of the guys who came out really, really early got away with getting on the medium, whereas a couple of the guys who might have just timed it a little bit late, they needed to get on the soft to get the tyre temp up to get a run before it got too wet. So, it might not be a choice. They might have been forced into that.
We'll have to wait and see what happens, but I'm very excited to see what happens tonight. There you can see on the screen, $5 from Zero. Thank you very much, sir, from New York City. I said you were from the wrong part of the state, so my apologies. But let's get you some good racing. Ethan says we missed a good qualifying. Don't worry. I'm sure the viewers did, but we're watching here in the studio. But lap 2 of 28. Thank you very much, Codemasters. Here we go. Waiting for the start. Long hold. Racing in Vietnam for the first time. Round 3 gets underway. There's the predicted pit stop strategy once again. Look for them around lap 9 to 15. And then again up to 19 to 25. Into the first turn we go. Hawks has dropped all the way to 5th place. But once again, we're having some issues on the leaderboards because he's actually in second place, squeezing the bots up into 3rd place. Good start from the rest of the field. And this is the Simo. As he comes through, I don't know how the rest of the field are going to get through because it's quite a tight squeeze in that first sector. I think everybody's gone through. Captain Kino's down in 17th, and the Cheers looks like he's had a horrific start all the way at the back of the field.
Yeah, they're very bunched up, even at the start. Going through that bell now. And BP definitely got the advantage early on, getting the exit onto that first straight, you could say. And now they're heading into that really long back straight here now. And he's already out of the DRS, so in the next 2 laps when that gets activated, BP's already on a bit of a lock up there from Hawks.
Good little overtake from Schnell too. He got side on with Ward and he's made the move stick. And yeah, Ward, he didn't get his elbows out high enough because he's fallen to 7th. As Mort now has to defend an attacking Renault. His name is Ming. Bit of a lock up from him.
From Mort.
Yep, sorry. And Ming still gives chase. He's still stuck in behind. We've got a yellow in sector 3. Don't know who's around.
3.
Could be Kino.
Yeah. Well, it's nothing to warrant any kind of safety car.
No, I think it was Major Dan. He's fallen to the back of the grid. But the first lap done. It says we're on lap 3, which is completely wrong. BP is supposed to be leading. Wow, Codemasters have really outshone themselves with the leaderboards tonight.
Yeah, this is,
Trust me, it's making my life difficult.
We will try to keep everyone up to date by looking at the map.
Savage Little the Rock Lobster, he's around that midfield. I think 5th's about right, 4th or 5th for him. And he definitely does have Simo on the back tail. Here we go, Simo. This is what we were thinking would happen. Still no DRS for them yet. And Rock Lobster loses the spot early on lap 2. Schnell, I think, is going to come alive. He looked all right in qualifying. I know the wet sort of upset that a little bit, but he looked pretty well balanced before the wet track, so maybe he's got Vietnam covered.
Well, it's you know, I hope so. I hope everyone's got this track covered because, you know, this is a very tricky track, and if you haven't put any practice in, I don't think you're going to make it to the end.
Now have a look. We're on a wall with Schnell as he comes up beside the Simo. He's going to get him up the inside. Oh, look at these guys. He's going to run the Simo out wide. He had to dart back inside because the track just like closes in on you there. So Schnell got the elbows out, but he didn't win that battle just then. But have a look at this. Tight, turny sections. Everybody's getting blue flagged as well, which is kind of annoying. But hopefully that doesn't give them... Oh, look at that again. A little bit of a lock up. And this is the last turn. You've got to be careful not to run too wide because you'll hit the start-finish line, basically. And then heavy braking zone into one.
Now, turn one, you can actually probably try and move around the outside to get the inside of turn 2, and over here is turn 3 as you're coming into it. It's almost like a double apex corner, really. So there's a few different moves there into turn 1, and then the next big overtaking zone is what is that? Turn 6.
Yeah, we're just learning as much as I am tonight.
I had the track map up and it just sort of disappeared on me there.
Well, there's some beam movers and shakers happening down the back order as well. Both Renaults are stuck with each other. Blinky, I don't know if he's run wide there because Britado's gotten around him. He's going to come back at him, but double apex corner didn't quite work for him. Britado, Banana Hammock, these two guys going hard at it on lap 3. Oh, he's just pushed the power down too quickly. He's blocking the track at the moment, so he doesn't want other drivers to come in contact with him, but he's very lucky there.
No damage.
Thank you, Ryan, as well, for liking the stream. We're at Vietnam tonight, everybody. Keno's all the way back. I don't think Keno's had a very good start at all. Still, the Cheers and Major Dan are at the back of the field as well. But BP's leading by 2.2 seconds over the rest of the field here on lap 3. Hawks is giving chase, and we should get DRS now, but he's outside DRS range, so that's going to be zero help to these top 3.
That's right. Now, they have sort of spaced themselves out here a little bit, and, you know, is this the nature of the circuit now? Because Sector 3 really is a single line. You can't make any moves in Sector 3 at all. It's a bit confusing. It's like they tried to...
Big mistake from Simo there. You got the back end squiggled out, and he's run wide, and Schnell and Wardy have just gotten around him. So those two will continue the fight down this straight. Should be some DRS, I think. Yes, you can see the DRS is open. Schnell will be fully aware of this. Look at the attack range he's got. That thing is super effective down this straight. Oh, he's going to turn him in. Almost cut his nose off then. That was just looked a little bit wild and messy, but it's just how it is. It's just one line here through most of these corners.
That's right. I think the closing speed there for Wardy Chill surprised him a little bit, and when he realised he was so hard on the brakes.
And he's gotten his upcomings because he's gotten the position back. He's gotten 5th place. Schnell will have to work at it now from 6th, and hopefully he doesn't get attacked from Simo, who's stuck in behind him now. But these three are giving us some good little action early on as Vietnam comes alive. But yeah, the racing, we're not really sure what we're going to see tonight because we've never really seen it.
That's right. So we have no idea what the the full characteristics of the tracks is, the nature of the tyres, what they're going to do. We have no idea. We're as in the dark as you guys are. Now, Simo just trying to keep station with Schnell, but as you can see, they're both sort of just locking up slightly into some of these corners because they really don't want to run into those walls. And the field is starting to spread out. Ming's come in. Looks like he might have had damage. Let's see what he's doing. Because he's only 3 laps on those mediums. Yeah. Mort looks like he's about to advance his position. Let's have a look. He's down in 14th. He's got HRT ahead of him. And downforce is very crucial through here because as soon as you start to understeer, you understeer in the concrete.
It is not fun.
That's right. It's more pitted. It's showing that he's got 2-lap younger tyres than Andrew.
I think he did.
They're both on the hard. He's going for a bit of a dive there, but oof.
Yeah,
lucky Andrew saw him coming there, gave him just enough room.
Just enough room, and out comes Ming on some soft tyres now. So this has gotten interesting between all three. Don't know what, well, 2-stop, 3-stop.
Yeah, I mean,
what's going to happen? And I think Mort's got the spot there. He did.
I think a lot of the drivers are gambling on a safety car. It's whether or not. Oh, see that? The hard tyre, they're just not yielding enough braking power compared to the soft. But I think all the drivers are gambling on a safety car at some stage. And it is a roll of the dice. If it comes too early or too late for your preferred strategy, you'll get caught out. But if it comes on exactly the right time, wow, you could gain 10 places.
Absolutely could. Now, the Simo, he's looking all right. So Schnell, but Schnell, I think, is just about to maybe make an attacking move. Simo might have the defence all sorted, though. Coming across the line, we're on start lap number 6. Snell will still chase that Ferrari around. Luckily, we've got equal performance, because if it was based on real life, the Ferraris wouldn't do too well through here.
No, they wouldn't do too well. No, but with the real world being at Monza, and we're witnessing some pretty low downforce packages from the real F1 cars, what do you think would be the aero package for a track like this, with such a long straight? But then you've got that sector 3 where you need all the aero in the world, really. So, yeah, this would be a conundrum to set the car up for.
Yeah, you'd really have to go out and try, I think, just a slippery setup and a medium sort of balanced, and then go full and just see where your lap times lie. But I don't know, I'm probably more leaning towards a slippery one. Oh, that was super close between the Renault of Ming and Banana Hammock. He just darted out of the way. The closing speeds looks like it's really up, like it's just catching some of these guys out, because it's so fast.
Simo's on the back of Wardy Chill and applying a super amount of pressure, unless the leaderboard's telling me otherwise.
No, the leaderboard's
and it is.
tonight.
Then the leaderboard is lying.
Yeah, I'm not too impressed with the leaderboard tonight. It's making hell life very difficult. But yeah, you can see Simo is flying at the moment. He's in 6th place, we assume. And looks like he's got these corners nailed as he starts to get a bit of a rhythm through this part of the track now.
Yeah, so Wardy Chill gaining a little bit. Visually, I can see Wardy Chill getting closer to Rock Lobster there. But the top 3, pretty much status quo. Hawks has fallen off the pace at BP, and Bots has fallen a little bit off Hawks' pace as well. But right now, they seem to be lapping at approximately the same lap times. BP edging Hawks out by probably 0.1 of a second per lap at the moment.
Ryan, welcome. It's good to have you along. And Ryan, you're not wrong. There is 0 negative camber at any of these turns tonight. It is brutal. It's not fun to drive. Wardy Chill, though, looks like that DRS. Here we go. He's got it activated. He's going to attack Savage Rock Lobster in 4th. The kink in the road. Braking hard now for the hairpin, and he's got the move done on lap 7. So Wardy, can he hold it? He'll definitely hold it through this sector, because it's just one racing line only. Savage might try and invent one, but it's not going to work. Trust me.
Yeah, no, not in this sector now, 3rd sector. This is the weird part of the track. Did they try to copy Suzuka?
I think, because there is definitely real world other track influence here at Vietnam.
Or did they get confused and try and do a bit of Maggots and Beckett's, and they just couldn't make their mind up which one?
I don't know, because it sort of has Suzuka that feel to it, but so I don't know. I really don't know. It doesn't feel as good as either, if I'm honest. But
Street Circuit.
I don't know. We'll have to ask the guys. As a driver, I've raced it on the game, and I just didn't find it very entertaining. So I don't know. There'd be people out there that enjoy it though. So it's like all circuits. Oh, what's happened to
that? Was that Keno? No, that was Keno getting lapped.
Getting out of the way.
Yeah. not having a good season this year, and he was the reigning F2 champion last season, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was definitely up there. New follower, thank you, Isaac Saunders, for following. Good to have you along tonight. And Blinky comes out of the pits. He's got new soft tyres on around about the right time. So lap 9 to 15, we're expecting these guys in. So we could see the leader in very shortly. But I must say, I'm a little bit annoyed that the leaderboards is so... It's just not telling us the truth in the intervals, because it makes it very hard to find where all the battles are happening on track. But we found one here between HRT and Mort. There you go, the pit window's open. So lap 8 to 12 for the two-stop soft strategy, which is correct. And Mort now will chase HRT through the first sector. There's the exit of the pit lane. This is a double apex corner. It's actually 2 corners. And Mort
look at that,
did that perfectly then. And he runs wide, but he gets it done. So well done to Mort. That is how you take that corner there. Beautifully.
Yeah, very well done. Blinky looks like he's slicing through the field quite nicely. He started because of the controversial incident in Q1, which we don't know yet if it was a bug or whatever, but there was a stationary car on the start finish line and Blinky collected him. So that put him out of qualifying, really. But he's now moved up to 12th from starting literally on the last row. And he's pitted probably a little bit earlier than he probably want to, but he's making good advantage now of that soft tyre, and I think he will get into the top 10 by the time he needs to make his second stop.
Yeah, he's throwing the Ferrari around here. Look at this. Blinky definitely coming alive at Vietnam. He's coming up on Banana Hammock now, and the outside locks up. Hammock. He's going to get squeezed into the wall and lose his wing.
That's going to hurt him. Yeah. I put the mockers on him, didn't I?
You did. Here we go. Kid, he might get his upcomings through here. He's blocking the run. Hammock doesn't want to see the Ferrari get past him, and he doesn't into the first turn. He's not making this job easy for him. And without that front wing downforce now, or the whatever he lost, it's going to be even more difficult.
See the line that Blink takes relative to Banana. That's such an advantage. Look at the drive he got out of it, even with that front wing damage. Surely now with the DRS, it's a foregone conclusion now.
Welcome, Stevens. Good to have you along. As we just see another overtake manoeuvre stopped, and yeah, Hammock got a 10-second time.
10 second.
He cut the corner big time there, so
he did.
That was not worth it, was it?
No. So now, Blinky knows that he's got the penalty, that Banana's got the penalty, so Simo would be expecting Banana to let him go by now, because technically they're not racing each other anymore.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, though, because races are races, and
that's right.
King at times. Blinky, he's so strong, and without that front wing missing now, it's not looking good for him. And he had a bit of a moment last week, too. I think it was with... Surely it wasn't with Banana last week.
No, it was with Kiwi. It's with Kiwi in turn 3 at Bahrain.
No.
Oh, that's a big hit.
That's what happens when you lose your downforce. He was expecting the car to turn, and it didn't.
Oh, wow, he's lucky that he's still got the front wheel there.
He must have impacted that side on.
Yeah, he's going to pit, and that's really screwed his race over, now, unfortunately, but... Wow, he was doing so well there, clawing his way back up the field. Unlucky.
Yes, this is Ming. Overcooks it a little out of the third corner into the fourth. And he's got Warrior.
They look so slow there, don't they? They just...
Well, you have to be. It's definitely not a quick part of the track.
Yeah, but even the F1 car looks like it's tiptoeing through the tulips there.
So Ming now. They're jumping over these corners. Wasp trying to catch the Renault. You might be able to do something through here. You got to get on the power super quick through there, because you lose a lot of top end, because it's a long straight.
Very long straight, yeah.
Blood, welcome from Twitch. Major Dan hasn't hit a wall yet. No, he's still in the race, 17th. And looks like he's just come out of the pits with new hard tyres. I don't know why it says from Wardy they've been lapped, because that is definitely not the case.
Yeah, so Wardy must be just sinking out, But I think now, when you look at it, it looks like it's stabilized, but then it goes, yeah.
Schnell, there's a long hold, and I don't think the guys were ready for him at all because he was sitting there a long time. Unless he had a penalty to clear.
It could have been. Yeah, it could have been.
He's come out with softs now. So 7th, he's about to lose a spot. Kiwi comes through, Ming comes through, and looks like this midfield's about to get compact once again.
Yeah, all of them on soft tyres too.
So there's the exit to the pit lane. There it is. Kiwi just comes out ahead of Banana Hammock. And Kiwi definitely with the advantage over those 10-lap-old mediums because grip is king through this part of the world, especially at this track.
It's a strange pit exit, isn't it? Knowing that you got to go wide at that corner.
There's a safety car.
Oh, there's a safety car, yeah.
Bots
and
as
Bots.
well.
Bots is out. Oh, no. No. Yeah, it's happened in the, let's call them the Japanese S's.
Yeah, it's up in here. Don't know if we'll get there before the cars. There he is. Oh, that was a big crash.
Big crash, yeah.
So, yeah, Bots is gone. I'd love to see his onboard for that if he was recording. Does Bots stream? I think, because there's a few guys that do stream.
No, they all... I don't know if Bots actually streams. He might, but all the boys in general definitely record their footage anyway. So... hopefully we'll see some highlight package from Bots.
Yeah, I'd love to see how that happened, but it's so easy through there. Like we saw it happen with Blinky.
That's right, you know, and we don't know if there was a car that he was trying to get past, like a lapped car. I know he wasn't close to Hawks, and Simo was a good, 6 or 7 seconds behind him as well. So it wasn't for a position. And we can see Barretto's out too, so I'm wondering if that was a lapped car. Him and Barretto tangled, maybe.
Very well could have been.
Yeah, and that's the and that's the thing. You see, he's probably getting the blue flags, and in those S's, even under blue flags, you've got nowhere to go, man. And Bots has probably assumed that he was going to, zig, and Barretto zagged, and next thing you know, they're both in the wall with carbon fibre everywhere.
We'll have to see what happens. Bloodbath, you're probably not wrong. It looked like a horror show. I just was very interested to see how that all unfolded and how he actually ended up like. So I'm hopefully there's some footage we'll get out of it later when I ask the boys. Welcome back, Sergey. Sergey's not a fan of the track either. Our friend from Russia.
So I'm just getting some updates from trackside. It seems that Barretto had originally crashed and Bots, unsighted, coming around the corner, collected him, and hence the utter carnage.
Right, yeah, because Barretto was out, and then it was Bots that was next to go. So
yeah, that's what's happened.
Really, next, I know you've been working on the game for 2 years to get 2020 out, Codemasters. I know you're working on 2021 right now. Can you please give me replay as a broadcaster? Please let me plug in a keyboard so I can go to each car by position, and please fix your leaderboards.
I mean, that would have been so good. Right now, while we're on the safety car, to be reviewing the incident in its multiple angles. And
also, the players, you guys get replays at the end of the race, don't you? Like, you get a copy of what you saw? Like, the game saves a copy, right?
Well, the game will save a highlights copy, and then it'll save a replay, but only from your field of view.
That's all right.
So,
but at least give me a... Oh, well, from only your field of view, so you can't change car.
No.
Oh, okay, that's... Yeah, why is it that this game... It has an eSports, has a really big eSports following. It wants to call itself the biggest eSports, I don't know, franchise out there, and yet the broadcasting side of things seem to be so far behind. It doesn't...
I don't know. One thing I would say, Project Cast 2, Gran Turismo Sport.
Yep.
very good replay capabilities, both games.
I think Project Cars 2 was ahead of its time, actually.
Yeah, no doubt. But what is unique about these two compared to F1, they only have 16 car grids. F1 has 20. Is that
could be a console
the limiting factor for the console?
I don't know. Well, we're going into the next gen, so we'll have to see what happens. But obviously I'm not getting... But even then, I don't think on the PC it's any better. They do have the ability to use a keyboard and, you know, choose third place by hitting third rather on the keyboard, or go to 8th place by hitting 8. But because apparently that's a really requested feature, so they added it to the PC this year. But yeah, they seem so far behind on this side of things.
Yeah, it is a little bit uncanny.
Anyway, we'll have to see what happens. I just like to complain sometimes and get my opinion out there. I don't know what you guys think, because it's not something, you know, as a fan that plays the game, as we're waiting for the safety car to end, something you'd really think about, because you're more concerned with my team that started this year, for example, which lets you create another team, the 11th team. So there's 22 cars on a career mode grid, single player, stuff like that. So yeah, just got to let you know that not all of us get stuff we want sometimes.
No, definitely not. I must say, I've sort of gotten used to it with Codemasters, to be honest.
Well, the WRC license goes to Codemasters after this year, so the WRC 9 is the last license title we'll see from Big Ben and Nacon. I don't know for how long, but yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, because Dirt Rally it's a good sim, I'll give them that, but they haven't had the license, so yeah. Sometimes the licensing is good, sometimes I think it's great, because without the license, Codemasters created Dirt Rally and no one was expecting it at the time. And yeah, it proved to be one of the best rally sims ever made for a long time. But we've got this race to talk about. Safety car's still going. It's a long one, but I'm hoping this is it. Maybe one more lap. Just need the guys to catch up to the back of the field now. I think they're all going to get there this lap.
Interesting strategy calls up at the front end here. Everyone's pitted. BP's gone on the soft. That's pretty much, I think, dedicating himself to a two-stopper around here. But Hawks and Simo on the hard, so they intend to go all the way. And with the field bunched up now, BP's going to really have to bolt, which he's definitely capable of. But can he stretch out enough of a gap? And then, you know, obviously start on the medium, so technically he could go on another set of soft if he has them in reserve. Yeah, you know, do another fight back like we saw last week.
So Kiwi said he had a severe collision with Captain Kino. Is Captain Kino stuck up in the middle of it all? Yes, he is. So technically, I think Kino hit Kiwi and Kiwi got a penalty.
Yeah, that's really weird. That's really weird. Hey, we got bots in the channel here. Bots, can you hear me? No, he can't. He might be muted. I don't know. I was just going to ask him what the hell happened.
Well, the race restarts. We go green racing. That came out of nowhere. BP got a good start. Hawks has given him a good chase. Wardy Chill defending from Simo as they come to the first turn. Schnell gets one on over Rock Lobster. Crazy Kiwi and Ming. They're separated by a back marker as we get back up to racing pace, but a good restart. BP definitely knows how to control the safety car restart. Oh, that was Simo. He just tagged the wall, and that's going to really compromise his run now, because Schnell's going to come around the outside. He's going to probably get the position he will. And, he's going to cut him off. Oh, wow. That's aggressive.
Wow. You know, it's just... it's been happening a lot in that corner tonight, you know, people putting the nose in there, which you feel that you can, but geez, there's not enough room there. It's super tight.
Yeah, there's absolutely nowhere to go if you get it all wrong. We're on board with Rock Lobster as he watches the two ahead of him. Schnell chasing and catching Simo in that red Ferrari. Schnell about to go up the inside into the braking zone. He'll get the move done here. I think Rock Lobster wants to make it a 2 move, and he's made it work. Kiwi might make it 3 if Simo's not careful. That front wing missing is really hurting the Ferrari.
definitely hurting. But it was the compromise coming in, but the lack of drive coming out is what really cost him the other 2 places here.
Yeah, he had absolutely nothing, eh?
Yeah, Rock Lobster really did the right thing. I mean, he followed Schnell, nose to tail and put himself in that position, and there was nothing Simo could do. The move was done, and it sort of forced Simo out wide. He just couldn't get the power down, which in the end gave Kiwi the move.
So Simo's got to deal with a damaged car here. There were definitely end plates missing on that front wing. Ming won't know that yet, but he'll be able to see the effects of that, because the Simo is struggling for drive. He's struggling for downforce. He's struggling to make turns. He looks all right at the moment, but trust me, he is thinking and concentrating with everything he's got, and he's going to have to keep it up now for the good part of the rest of this race. Here comes Ming around the outside. They goes 1 by 1, 2 by 2, and he gets it done before we have to make the turn. So yeah, the Simo really losing out. He's on hard tyres too. That could be a factor playing into his fall through the field.
Yeah, most definitely. And up front, Wardy Chiller's got ahead of Hawks. Wardy being on the soft tyre, as we know, Hawks on the hard. So that could be a little bit of a strategy call by the Mercedes team. Get Wardy up there, who's on the faster tyre. That could put a little bit of pressure maybe on BP. And while Hawks sticks to his one-stop strategy.
So this is him, Hawks in 3rd place. Yeah, there's different strategies going on. The Mercedes guys. It's weird to see Hawks down in 3rd, but Wardy's doing all right this season. He's definitely earned that place in the Mercedes. But yeah, BP's chucking it to him tonight, isn't he?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can, bots.
Yeah.
So just quickly, because we've got the race happening live. What happened? We think that from what we understand, Barretto had already lost it ahead of you, and we assumed that you got unsighted and just collected him.
Yeah, I came around the corner and his car was just an absolute mess, and it was just at that, he's hit, I don't know, the wall kind of kicks out a little bit, so his car's on a 45, and I said, I tried to stick as far inside as I can, and yeah, no damage apart from the rear right wheel getting torn off, so just one of those things, I guess.
One of those things, and Banana now just going around the other Ferrari there. Blinky Ferrari really not having a good weekend here at all.
No, Blinky's struggling.
Yeah.
Banana got him well. He was in a commanding position up at turn 1, and yeah, he just held his line, and yeah, Blinky had to give him the spot. And
if Blinky's got the overtake here, he's definitely in the prime position to square off this corner and get over this one down the straight.
He doesn't have the drive though.
No, I think he's also carrying a bit of damage. I'm not 100% sure.
The wing damage isn't major. I had plate damage for about 5 or 6 laps, so didn't really lose much pace. He just kind of feel it in the last turn. But apart from that, you can pretty well live with it around here, actually, unless it's not too major. But
interesting.
I thought you'd need all your downforce, because I had a crack at this track through the week, and yeah, once my front wings were gone, it was the understeer was just deadly if you got it all wrong. But yeah, Keno down in 16th, he's got a lot to work for through the season. Like you said, he dominates F2, but F1's the speed difference. I don't know what it is. Even this track could be for Keno. It's new for everyone.
Yeah.
I definitely don't like it.
Being BP's teammate, it doesn't help at all, because you've got the
added pressure.
Every race, basically. But yeah, this is definitely a track. It's not one where you can just.
Well, I guess he knows what Albon feels like. Josh, maybe switch to not interval, but time to leader. Maybe that might reset that leaderboard, because I'm interested to see how far ahead BP has pulled out already. So 11 seconds to Hawks. Still that's, and what's the pit stop worth here? It does seem like there's a bit of time to be gained, because the pit lane entry and exit is shorter than the actual racetrack. So I'm just wondering if it's a pretty low pit stop time in total.
And Ming's got the move done. easy for him. He gets the AlphaTauri driver in one clean swoop.
You're not. You take almost a second off with that first turn complex. You take a second off the pit lane time. So I didn't get a chance to do it in the race to see what the time was, but honestly, you don't lose a whole lot. So if you can make that tactical decision and jump in there, like especially if a safety car drives, you can get in and get out depending on the player's delta in front of you. You could almost get out in front of them, get in behind them and get out in front of them.
Here's Simo now in the pits. Now let's have a look, see how far back he's going to drop.
He's on the hards at the moment. His team's ready. Should go new front wing.
Yeah, he'll be going softs. Yeah, new front wing. So he had to make that move. He's going on the softs.
Just outside the points now, past his teammate. 11th, more coming around soon. Surely more will probably want to change though. So they've just gone past the pit entry. Banana Hammock and Blinky, and these two guys, it's just non-stop between these two. Good run from Blinky, and that gave him a nice little gap because the DRS was activated for Hammock, and he will close the distance, but it's not long enough for him to make anything of it yet. He's got another shot coming up now.
Yeah, a lot of locking up happening into turn 6.
Here we go.
It seems like they're very tight there, turn 6 bots. A lot of people have stuck their nose down the inside only to get it almost cut off every time, you know.
The optimal racing line is inside that curve. You don't get pinned for it. So you can run 1 metre, 2 metres inside that curve and basically almost skim that wall on the right hander and you won't get pinned. So if you're making a move there, you've got to have at least 3/4, like I think braking's just after the 100 metre. So you have to have every part of that car as far up as you can to get past. Oh, that's
inside. That was big move from Banana. That was very speculative. Blinky wouldn't have seen that coming. And yeah, Banana does. Oh, he's going to hit the wall.
Big hit.
Not out.
He couldn't get the turn in time. That's going to cause a safety car. This virtual safety car, interestingly, Mort I think is far enough away that he'll slow down in time. Wow, that was a big moment.
This is not far from the incident with U-Bots and Barretto here, you know, so why this one gets a virtual and you guys got, I suppose you use my sideways across the track, I must admit.
I was just about to say, from what I came across, I'd imagine where he's hit the ball first and lost his wing, that's what Barretto's done, but he's hit it at more of an angle and taken his wheels off as well.
But
bit of consistency, Codemasters. That'll be nice, thank you.
Yeah, true. Well, this is now, you know, a couple of the midfield runners are now taking opportunity to pit. Obviously, you know, the game now warns you don't...
Gone back green. So it was a quick virtual safety car.
Yeah, it didn't take long. I suppose they had some super duper crane there and just picked it up and threw it over the fence.
It must have been in the best spot possible. Hawks has retaken second place. Oh, Hawks has gone a bit slow there. No, that's Wardy rather.
Oh, that's Wardy, yeah.
He's just let Schnell through. So Hawks has regained second. I don't know what's happened to Wardy here. Looks like he's on the back foot a little bit. Maybe he's taken damage.
No, I can't see any end plates.
No, it doesn't look like it.
No, he just must have had a moment somewhere and survived, but lost 2 places. Oh, he's pitting now.
So
does he have a puncher?
He's soft tyres were definitely into their life, so maybe he just used them a little bit too much.
Well, see, this is the thing now. BP 18 seconds ahead of Hawks. I don't know what the pit times are. I'm guessing it's still not going to be under 20 seconds. It'll probably be closer to 22, 23. That's usually a pretty fast pit lane in Formula 1 terms. So let's wait and see how this happens.
So, yeah, I think Wardy's got rid of any penalty he had. Savage Rock Lobster rejoins as well on softs. Kiwi is just coming out now. It's quite busy. Entry, rather.
Just ahead of the Ferrari there, yeah.
Blinky, Rock Lobster, I thought they were going to come out, but Kiwi and Simo, they came in at the same time. So they're...
Atrocious pit exit as well, straight into the racing line.
Yeah, we noticed that because of the wide line that you have to take on that, I call it the first bell, because it's a double apex corner. And yeah, it is interesting there because it does put you right on the racing line indeed. Just if we look at it. I get a bit. Yeah, just here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. This is a, I don't know about anyone else, but I reckon I put about 25 hours into this track this week trying to practice and get it right, and then, so, bit of a sour ending. But
I feel for you.
This track is not, it'd be interesting to see what it's like in real life, because, yeah, the really high curves in the game, I'm not sure if that's what it is in real life as well, but I guess we'll find out when they go.
Here comes Simo on a move on Kiwi. I don't think Kiwi's going to be able to do anything about it. He lets the red Scarlet Ferrari through, and
later the brakes.
Kiwi, he might get the move back here as he's run wide. There was just enough runoff for Simo to be squeezed out there, so Kiwi kept it clean and he got the spot back. And sometimes consistency pays off. As the race continues, he does wants to get higher in the points. It's just I say in the points, I'm always in the points, but in the top 10. Oh, and he's nicked the front wall, Kiwi. So, I don't know if you caught that, but he bounced off the wall then.
And he's pitting, he's calling it, and that was those S's, and this is what I was saying earlier on, that Sector 3 is just, crazily one line. And we were comparing it to like the Japanese. Oh, and another one that was moored there. Oh, this is just front wing, paradise for the fans if they want to collect end plates.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of it.
But that Sector 3, is it a little bit like the Suzuka S's, or is it more like Maggots and Beckett's from Silverstone?
It's more like Circuit of the Americas.
Ah, yes, of course.
But obviously, just walls.
Yeah,
there's no room to make any mistake anywhere.
Well, the red and yellow fight is still ongoing. It's really good to see as Simo is just attached to Ming's rear wing. He'll have DRS to help assist it here. Let's see what he can do with it. Ming will have DRS to hope it's not going to work. Look at that closing speed. It is just super effective here as Simo now is side on into the brakes again. Can he hold him off this time?
He gets it. Yep.
He can. So Ming is fallen to 9th.
But he used a lot of juice to get past him, didn't he?
He did. Let's have a look. Ming's on 27, about 30% ERS. Simo, about 20%. So they're pretty equal at the moment. But yeah, he did definitely use a lot of power.
And he's still on the overtake, trying to clear him. Yeah, he wants to get away from him.
I don't blame him. We're on lap 23. There's only 5 laps to go after this one. So yeah, any small mistake and it'll be just punished as we go back up to the top 5. This is Schnell. He's not too far away from Savage Rock Lobster. He's going to get him here on the exit. DRS assisting as well. The slight kink won't affect it too much. Schnell will take 4th. And we've definitely got a fight going on now for the top 5. Wardy might get amongst this. Oh, he's just made the corner. Almost thought he lost control. But yeah, that was just a weird angle that made it look more spectacular than I think it was.
It's a great drive by Schnell as well to put it up in 4th position. He's definitely got a lot of pace around here.
Yeah,
he looked good in quali too.
The drive he got out of there too made look like Rock Lobster was sitting still. Blinky's coming up.
Oh, he's got a
drive through penalty.
What?
Safety car just came out then. For who?
Oh, I don't know.
Keno.
Keno retired about half a lap ago.
Yeah, that is...
That's hard done by there.
Now, did he retire? Did he... Yeah, I think you're right.
I can't see a stationary... there's a yellow dot.
I just think he's gone. I didn't see the yellows. I just saw Keno retired at the bottom. And that was before they came into that spoon. And then down the bottom of the straight, Schnell's got a penalty.
Well, it might have all happened at the same time, and we just got a delayed response from the game itself.
I'll tell you what, tonight's been fairly glitchy.
Yeah.
And well, Hawks hit the safety car in qualifying too.
Yeah, we were seeing that video. Yeah, that was bizarre. Well, if crazy stuff's going to happen, it'll probably happen in Vietnam, ladies and gentlemen.
So BP leads. He's got new soft tyres. We've got 4 laps left. Hawks.
Yeah, well, this is going to be a fight for the second, I reckon.
So Hawks
BP pulled about a 2.5 second gap on the first lap. So if someone can catch him, they definitely deserve to win the race here.
Well, definitely. But now they're all on equal tyres. Hawks has jumped in, gone on the soft. So I guess now it comes down to who saved a set of tyres. You see, if they're running on scrubbed, that person that's on the scrubbed might be at a deficit,
Who saved the ARS as well? That's going to be big. 4 laps to go, that's going to be on.
Well, Hawks has got some, PP's got some, Wardy's got 70%, Schnell's got it almost full, Rocklock, I think the top 5 are good. Simo's halfway there, Blinky, he's good. So's Ming. I think everyone's got ERS.
Leading in the pit lane from Chiz. I'm going to be happy with that.
So yeah, Stephen Burrows was asking any tips for anyone learning this track, bots? What would you say to the first time?
Go to the next track. Don't even bother with it.
Go to the next track.
Yeah, I tend to feel the same actually.
Nah, honestly, this is a very hard track. Like, I never have corners or racing line on. I had to turn them on to learn this track. And I reckon, time trial laps, I would have done easily over 250, I reckon. And I've only got it down to 133.6. BP's doing 132.3, so...
yeah, wow.
It's very, you got to be very modulated on the throttle, real easy, just smooth inputs, very awkward corners as well. Like, you've got to go way offline to then basically square off the corner to be on the apex of the out of the corner. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, get the exit.
Yeah, it's just I don't know who came up with this track, but I want some of what they were on at the time, because my goodness, it's...
Well, when you look at it from a spectator's point of view, especially these spectators in this area, they're getting mad views. I mean, this is a spectator's heaven, I mean, personally, for us here in Australia, I was at one stage considering, until we know what hit, I was considering going to the Vietnam Grand Prix. Probably next year I was thinking of doing it, but we get put on a little bit of a hiatus for now. But definitely, for a spectator's point of view, it's a spectacle. The drivers, though, they'd hate it,
I mean, that bowl section you were talking about before, that's kind of reminiscent of the Mexico Stadium section.
Yes.
Obviously quite a different radius of corner, but it's still the same premise. Big grandstand, sweeping one corner, like it's going to be an action spot. I knew people who already had tickets booked when the virus hit, so it's definitely going to be a popular Grand Prix, especially first time in Vietnam as well. I think MotoGP are going to Vietnam in a few years as well. They're starting to create a track in a resort.
What? So they're not going to race on this track, surely not.
No. It's like in the middle of a resort. They're building a track around the resort, through the middle of the resort or something like that. But Vietnam are definitely putting funds in to put themselves on the map for world racing, which is good to see. But
yeah, definitely.
Change the track. Just honestly, I've gone so far away from that guy's question. Sorry, but change the track.
Well, I think what the main thing what Bots was saying is, because of the long straights, you have to maximize your corner exit rather than trying to maximize your corner entry. Sacrifice a little bit of corner entry to get that exit, as Bots was saying, squaring off the corner, late apexing the corner as you're coming onto these big straights, and there's so much there to gain,
And very awkward curve. You've got slow in, fast out, fast in, slow out, whatever. But this one's like fast in, slow middle, fast out.
Yeah.
Definitely. And gearing as well. Like, you're down to first gear in a few corners just to get the car stopped and rotated. And then you're shifting up second or third before you even get on the throttle, just to be able to have that torque in the car without it just revving up straight away and spinning. So, incredibly awkward and difficult track to learn.
Yeah. I'd be interested to know in real life what compounds the Pirelli were going to run on this. Were they going to run the softest compounds they got? Or Would you know, Josh? Or
No, I
they would have
don't.
allocated him at the start of the year, no one would have paid attention to it.
Yeah, I did not pay any attention, if I'm honest. Once everything got sort of interesting at Melbourne, that's all I was thinking about was, geez, are we even going to have a race this year? And we didn't. And I think it ended up being the right call, especially since Melbourne right now is the worst place to be in this country.
Especially because there's COVID in the paddock as well. Was it 2 Mercedes and a Haas mechanic, or 2 Haas and a Mercedes McLaren?
McLaren.
Something like that. Yeah.
Anyway, this one's about to get restarted. BP will control the field. We're going to have 3 laps. The safety car disappears. Hawks is primed and ready in second place. Schnell in third. BP, when's he going to charge and hit the trigger? He does have control of that. Still left to right, keeping warmth in those tyres. And we're just waiting now for BP to let it rip. Wait for it, BP. He's definitely keeping us on
There's
the
the control
toes.
there. It's up to him now.
Now it's on him, yeah.
The safety car line, and BP around the final corner now. And I think that's it. He's let it go. So we'll go green flag racing once again. Hawks chases.
Oh,
no!
Schnell!
Oh, he held it.
Schnell. Oh, the cold start really hurt him there. He was so lucky to remain in this race. There's
No damage.
Rock Lobster couldn't quite get up beside him. Oh, he must have hit it 90 degree on, and it just saved him.
Yeah, there's a bit of...
That was Wardy, I think.
Was it Wardy?
I think it was Wardy, yeah.
No. Wardy's got his end plates. I think that was Rock Lobster.
BP's
Could be
so
a Haas
quick.
as well.
BP's so quick out of here that the gap between these guys already is a second. So that just shows you I think BP was talking about how much he didn't like this track, but I think he's the quickest of everyone around here, and it's going to be super hard to match that. Schnell's up there in 4th place. We're on the penultimate lap, and the Ferraris are racing each other. Simo's just ahead of Blinky now. This is 6th and 7th. They don't have DRS, so they're going to use all the ERS energy available to them. Mighty try something speculative up into the corner. Blinky, look at that, there's equal distance apart. Blinky tries something. He brakes hard. He gets it pulled up in time. Wow.
Both Ferraris.
Wow, Simo needs a change of underwear after this race just for that one.
He might. Schnell now in 4th. He see if he can't get that podium back. Savage Rock Lobster chasing. Simo stays 5th for now. Blinky's off in a little bit further in the distance. There's Ming in 8th place. Warrior Wasp, he's just got a train of cars behind him now in 9th place. Kiwi, he's just staying ahead of Mort, who's doing really well in this second half of the race. Let's see if he's not going to definitely try something here, but he looks like he's done it. Oh, he's hit the side of the Renault and he's spun around. He's got reset, luckily, so...
Right into the oncoming path.
Yeah, that wasn't very smart from the AI system, but BP leads here on the final lap. The gap between him and Hawks, 1.2 seconds. He's outside DRS. There's been an incident down the back end as Rock Lobster goes up into 4th. Simo tries to squeeze him out of it. Blinky wants to get through too, but there's absolutely no room. Surely not going to go 3 wide here. Somehow they've done it. Rock Lobster, Simo. Oh, he cuts them off. Oh, Simo's gone deep. He comes back onto the track. Blinky, he comes around him. Schnell might get squeezed up in it on 2. Look at these guys. This is crazy stuff.
We've also got to remember as well. Oh, that's wing damage.
Yes.
Penalties after the race as well. Penalties is going to really shake this up.
Oh, this doesn't look good. There's the Williams and Simo come together with Schnell. He somehow kept it together. As we're on the final lap. 3 wide there at one point, and they weren't going to squeeze in. Simo's just cut them up underneath. Schnell goes spun around. He gets reset, and Ming stays up on the chase. This is a crazy last lap. Savage gets it in there. Back up the front, though, it's BP. He's going to take the win. Hawks will get second. There's Wardy in 3rd, but back down to 4th place. It's all up in the air now for 5th. Wow, he's gone around the outside. That was crazy from Blink.
Wow, Blinky in 4th place, starting... What's the second lap? I think he does second lap on the last row.
Ming,
unbelievable.
He's got the AlphaTauri behind him, but he's going to hold him off for now as we get the checkered flag out. Crazy stuff. Blinky.
got relegated to 5th for penalties, but still a great drive by Blink there.
That was an incredible finish to a somewhat unsuspecting race, but wow, that was awesome. That was worth the last 2 laps alone.
Oh, Schnell copped a lot of penalties right at the end there and really hurt him. He's fallen all the way back down to 11th. But
that safety car penalty, and then
yeah,
he got, pushed out wide at the hairpin, and there's nowhere he could go.
Nowhere to go. And I mean, the Ferraris were just like rampaging bulls, man. They were going to get driver of the day, Blinky, and I called it. Definitely driver of the day in my books. But yeah, look, great result for the top 3 there. Great result for Mercedes-Benz with Wardy getting that 3rd place too. That's going to go a long way in the constructors. And BP doing what BP does best.
Brings it home. He does. He didn't have the same pace as BP today. He'll probably admit to that in the interviews. But yeah, Wardy keeping it with his teammate tonight, which was really good to see, especially for Mercedes.
Well, I've got more gossip in the paddock that Hawksy was nursing an injury in this race tonight, and he's on some medication.
Well, this is how it all ended up, guys. BP won out of everyone, and then it was Hawks and Wardy. Rock Lobster in the Racing Point got 4th. Blinky, unlucky, but he got 5th. Driver of the day as well. Ming, Kiwi, Wasp, Moore, Simo, Schnell, HRT, Chiz, Major Dan. Then it was Keno, Banana Hammock, Bots, and Mash Bretato and the Williams. They DNF'd. It was a crazy race. Crazy ending. This is just some of the tyre strategies. BP did the usual medium, soft, soft. Hawks had an interesting one. Hard, medium, hard, soft. So he used all 3 compounds today.
Yeah, he did, and he got a little bit fortunate with that safety car coming out. It sort of gave him a second bite of the cherry there because BP was just so fast on that soft tyre compared to Hawks on that hard. Even if he didn't clear him in the pit stop, he would have been on the second set of softs anyway, and he would have breezed past him anyway. So it is what it is. BP wins. Great result for him.
As we'll talk to them in just a moment. So hang around, guys. We're going to have interviews with the top 3. But yeah, thanks as well, Bots, for joining us there today. That was good to get your insight on everything that was going on.
I'd rather be just joining into the call now. But
yeah. Well, I was expecting it, to be honest. I thought you guys, the top 3, were pretty much set in stone, and then shit happens.
Oh well, that's racing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's credit to the 3 that got the podium. It sucks seeing Wardy get up there too, because him and I battling in the championship. But,
yeah, I noticed that as well. He's going to get a big haul of points.
Yeah, more races to come, and more races with less walls around the outside of them right on the track. So, yeah,
that's right.
Well, have we got we do. We got BP. You take the win, but you were complaining all week about this track. So was everyone else, so you're not alone. How do you like Vietnam as a racing circuit?
It's awful.
Fair enough.
Come on, elaborate.
It's just straight up awful. Like it's nearly impossible to race on it. Like to actually battle someone is just pretty. Yeah, it's not a good track. I hope it never comes back after the contract's done.
Wow.
Tips for those attacking the circuit for the first time? Got any?
You need to just really commit. You just really need to commit, especially sector 3. And for the what we call loopy turns before each of the long straights, you just got to watch your throttle.
The bell hops. Wow.
Stupidest corners alive.
You had great pace. I mean, it didn't take you long to pull out of DRS zones on both restarts. I don't think any of the guys had the pace to really to get you there. But you did, before that last safety car, you went on the soft that indicated that you were going for the 2-stopper. When you saw that Hawks went on the hard, did you think, okay, I can still do this because I'll pull out a significant gap? We didn't know how much a pit stop costs around here. I figure it would be around the 23, 22 second mark. But
This track's nice for that.
Yeah, it is. The pit lane does seem fast. But were you concerned until that safety car came out? I mean, the safety car reset the second one, should I say, reset everything anyway. But
Not really. I wasn't concerned at all when I saw the hards go on. I actually started giggling a little because I knew the hard tires on this place are just awful. Like I knew there's such a delta difference.
yeah,
And when my car was like, I was mostly happy with the car that I had, so I was like, well, I should be able to pull out. I only needed, I think, roughly about 15 seconds, and when I came out, if I were to come out in fresh softs, I would have absolutely mowed down the time of old hards. So to be fair, I wasn't really concerned because although you can't race someone when they're so much faster, there's a couple of spots where you can really force the issue, put it that way.
yeah, there seemed to be a bit of forcing tonight. Well, congratulations for top spot there, BP. And
It would have been alright, but the safety car just kept bringing everyone back to me, all the lead to nothing each time.
But it didn't take you long to get that 1 second gap, so for you it didn't make too much of a difference.
Yeah, I just needed to push out that bit, then I was pretty much sweet.
All right, Hawk, second place.
Yeah, I was happy with that.
Did you get clearance from your doctor to drive tonight?
Yeah, did you get medical clearance?
No, actually, apparently if it was any worse, I was supposed to go get scanned, so it was okay today, but yeah, I'll hold up later on tonight and tomorrow, I think. Doesn't help it's the brake pedal.
That's right, I was going to say you got V3s with brake performance kit.
Yeah, and it's my left foot too. Just
And it's your left foot.
Yeah, as far as it's braking earlier, as I just roll around the corners, just trying to maintain my speed properly, and just like the PT for me was good enough tonight after obviously copying that injury, so I was happy with that.
Same question that I asked BP. You went on the hards when BP went on the softs on the first pit stop. Was it always your intention to go for a one stopper?
No, I saw the two stopper come up, and I thought, yep, that'll do. Again, just trying to do something different to the guy in front. What he pitted in, he told me was about 32 seconds for a pit stop, so I was like, oh, okay, that's a big gap. Then thinking in hindsight, you actually do take a bit of a chunk as well out of that pit stop, so we need to rejoin because obviously you missed the first corner and I think part of the second corner too. But yeah, so obviously maybe a bit more track knowledge, but again, it's a new track for everybody and we're all trying to figure out what's quickest and what works for everyone, so just doing something different to the leader, really.
Well, congratulations on second place.
Thanks, man.
Third place.
Wardy Chill.
Wardy.
Wardy Chill, dude. Congratulations. This is your first podium of the season, I think.
Yeah, it is first podium this season, sorry. Yeah, pretty happy with that result. Definitely didn't expect to be here, but knew the race was going to be a bit of a race of attrition. Just tried to be there at the end, really.
Yeah, definitely. And you had decent pace there. Obviously, you got past Hawks when he was on the hard tyre, but did you sort of feel we're going to consolidate here and not bother trying to chase BP down?
Definitely, when I got past him, there was intention to attempt to keep the gap as small as possible, but BP just, I think he was doing like high 37 consistently, and it's the pace that we just couldn't keep up with, to be honest. I think he got a bit lucky with the safety car. It would have been interesting how it all panned out. Yeah, because I had a spin of my own, which set me back about 10 seconds prior to my own second pit stop, and might have changed things. But you never know, and the safety cars determine the race again.
Definitely a gamble, the safety cars, that's for sure. Well, congratulations on third spot. Congratulations to our top three drivers tonight. From a spectator's point of view, especially that last lap, it was quite spectacular, I must admit. There was a little bit in the first half of the race when the gaps sort of spread themselves out. But definitely, and I guess we all knew that there was going to be more than one safety car tonight, so that did add a lot of spice. And guys, go back and watch that last lap on the stream. It was some crazy shit.
I will do.
And I see bots in here. Don't worry, I did it for Pakistan.
I don't want to actually hear anything you have to say right now, to be honest with you. I'm hurting, okay?
Well, when
You
when
said it
bots-
so
Go look at the leaderboards and bots. They might soothe you a little.
We're in qualifying, and BP's like, I'm going to laugh if Bots has put on all this hours, and then his name's going to come up first on the DNS. And what happened? What happened, BP?
Not gonna lie, I chuckled.
Oh,
Not gonna lie, I chuckled.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spain,
Yeah, when
yes,
we saw bots DNF, there was definitely a race on between, I think, Simo, myself, Savage, and Schnell for that final podium. Yeah, it was good, to be honest. It was really exciting.
I mean, everyone, all those guys had pace at different times of the race. It was quite fascinating to see. But everyone clipped the wall, got a little bit of damage, got squirrely, and then compromised themselves, you know?
Yeah, no, I
think I
went
grazed
the whole
the
race
wall at lap
without
2, I think.
damage, but yeah, I was lucky.
Well, good racing, and I think next week we go to Zandvoort, another new track.
Yeah.
Nah, it's China, isn't it?
China's in between. And China's in between
China.
the two.
Oh,
China makes
nice.
sense.
Hanoi Prix.
Yeah, going to the home of the cough.
Oh, that's racist. Oh, God, that's bad.
Well, thank you,
All right.
thank you for racing, and thank you for having a chat. It was a
That's all good. It's good to get a win on pace.
It was. Yeah, you definitely had all the pace tonight. No one could match it, for sure. And
Yeah, I didn't run out of the room this week.
no, you didn't.
BP, leave. God, get out.
In due time.
And,
They're going to be testing the fuel flow limit on that Honda engine, though. You know that.
I'll just win by half the margin I did then. It's all good.
Oh, good.
I won't be as dwarfed as Ferrari.
And also, yeah, thanks Bots, thanks Sen for the commentary tonight. It was interesting.
Interesting, definitely.
But thanks Bots. Yeah, but yeah, that brings us to the end, guys. If you're watching, don't forget, if you've enjoyed what you watched, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Got a new highlights channel now, so putting out highlights of all the races we do here on the channel. So if you've followed us on Facebook, got the link up there. I'll put the link up on Twitter, and I'll post something on YouTube as well if you're just watching us on YouTube. But that's it. Good night. Stay safe. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you for the F1 in China next Friday. And also, because it's Father's Day, we don't have the GT Pro Series on Sunday. That's been postponed. So I'll let you. When's that due?
We're going to keep it in the same cycle, so it's been postponed.
Another 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, we might do some community events. I don't know. Keep an eye on the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord as well, guys. That's it. Good night. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. And thanks for watching.
Good night, all.